at $2.50. Second pick on the tote, tightening in a bit now, is Gelato at $3.20. And third pick on the win tote is Moral Danger at $4.40. They're the top three, Gelato, Royal Celadonna and Moral Danger at Goulburn, as we now join Tony Campbell for his call.
Thank you, Rod. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Sky Channel. This night event program at Goulburn today. Beautiful conditions. Now Testimony goes up, waiting on Victory Rain to complete the line. 1,400 metres the journey. Moral Danger stands up. Victory Rain's rider getting settled in the saddle, Greg Farrer. They're racing. Good level start. Now Moral Danger and Maverick Madam down towards the inside got the best of it. Out wide, Victory Rain is going up. Gelato's not too far away. Off the track was Testimony. Getting back to second last, Royal Celadon, and easing back to the tail of the field now, Moral Danger. As they settle down and race down the back, race one, Goulburn. They've got about 1,100 to go, and the leader was Victory Rain. Keen to go a little bit faster. Victory Rain leads by about 2.5 over Maverick Madam. A half a length, Gelato third on the outside, followed then by Testimony. Back behind those, Royal Celadon settling down well, and two off then Moral Danger's last of all. As they leave the back and race down the side, they've got 800 to go. Little change in the order where Victory Rain is the leader. Getting closer on the outside, Gelato. Gelato gets to within about 3/4 of a length of the leader, followed further back then Testimony moving to third. Easing back to fourth on the inside, Maverick Madam, followed then by Royal Celadon, getting right up along the inside. And about two behind those at the tail of the field was Moral Danger. Racing up towards the turn, 500 to go. Victory Rain still doing it well. Moving up on the outside, Gelato's running on, followed then by Royal Celadon off the rails, coming into it well. And the next one then Testimony, followed by Maverick Madam, and Moral Danger's back towards the inside. In the straight, they've got about 300 metres to go, and Victory Rain is battling it out with Gelato. Royal Celadon joining in out wide, followed by Moral Danger closer down towards the inside. As they race inside the 200, Victory Rain, Gelato, and Royal Celadon out wide. It's Victory Rain just in front. Moral Danger driving through near the line, and I think has got up. Moral Danger has burst through right on the line. Moral Danger, in my opinion, may get this. Just ahead of Victory Rain or Gelato, followed by Royal Celadon. The next one was Maverick Madam, and Testimony was the last one across the line. Oh, good finish in the opening race. A good driving finish. Victory Rain was battling on the inside. Royal Celadon out wide tried to get to them. Gelato was there, and Moral Danger was being ridden hard by Paul Rowe. It's out around about two from the inside rail. A good full way go on the first event of the day. As we watch the replay of the race, it's Gelato and Moral Danger going to the line, and Royal Celadon out wide, but you'll find that Moral Danger will get this. Now it's close for second. We have Gelato, and out wide on the track Royal Celadon and Victory Rain closer down towards the inside.
As we come back to the late mail, and there's the place getters posted for the first at Goulburn. Moral Danger in New South Wales, $3.90 and $2.20. Number 2, Gelato, got second at $1.90. And the one down on the inside, that was number 1, Victory Rain, has got third ahead of the widest runner, which was number 3, Royal Celadon. And that's the win and place toast. There was no third dividend for Victory Rain, insufficient starters. As that winner, Moral Danger, comes back after the running of the first. With the late mail and the latest information...
Shambhala, $9.20. Number 8 is $16 in from 24. That's Amarula. Take out 9 and 10. And Zoama at $19 for race 2 at Goulburn. Now Mawilumbar, 5, 9 and 6.
Now they're all in. Race 2 over 1,600. It's the Hardwick and Inverness stud race, and they're racing now, and Classic Maestro from the inside gate got the best of it. Out wide, Shambhala goes up to second, followed then by Beragora Boy on the inside of Zoema. A further break in the field behind those then Portsea with Miss Classique on the outside, and about 3 behind those Amarula at the tail of the field. On settling down as they race up the side towards the back, and Classic Maestro is doing it well. Little speed on. Classic Maestro 1.5 lengths in front of Shambhala. A similar margin behind those Zoema racing on the outside of Beragora Boy. 1.5 lengths pulling a bit Portsea back third last, followed by Miss Classique second last. and head off then Amarula at the tail of the field as they race down the backstretch with about 1,000 to go. They're starting to bunch up now, where it's Classic Maestro doing it well under a good rein, about a half a length in front of Shambhala. A length off third, Zoema, followed then by Beragora Boy down towards the inside. A half a length, Portsy's on the outside. Further back in the field, Amarula, and 3/4 of a length off then Miss Classique, the favourite at the tail of the field as they leave the back and race down the Hume Highway side of the track. Zoema race to the lead now, down towards the 600. Zoema shot away, 2 in front of Classic Maestro, followed by Shambhala running on. A break behind those Portsy, followed further back in the field Beragora Boy. Amarula second last, and Miss Classique is still last as they swing for home around the home turn, and Zoema doing it well. In second place Shambhala, Classic Maestro's under the whip, further back behind those Portsy running on. The next one was Amarula and Miss Classique right down the outside as they race down towards the 200. Zoema is still the leader. Shambhala's on the outside and out very wide. Miss Classique inside the 200 now. Zoema still in front. Shambhala's trying hard, followed by Portsy and out very wide. Miss Classique, but Zoema shot away near the line, and Zoema too good. Zoema first, Shambhala second, Portsy third. Miss Classique couldn't run on. A break behind those Beragora Boy. In behind those Amarula and Classic Maestro has weakened and finished last. Zoema has won at big odds, $21.60 and $7.20. Number 11, Zoema, Matthew Bravado. At big odds, it was the outsider in the field, $21.60 and $7.20. Good ride by Matt Bravado. Was always prominent. Shot to Zoema to the lead as they left the back and raced down the side. Shambhala tried hard. Portsy was battling away on the inside. Miss Classique put in a bit of a run out wide, but she couldn't go on with the job. And Zoema has won very, very well indeed. Shambhala, number 7, will get second, trained at Rose Hill by Brian Garvey. Terry Jones, and it looks as though Portsy will get third. Number 5, trained at Warwick Farm by Frank Hudson. Ron McDougall will get third. 11, 7 and 5. Zoema is raced by Ms S, Miss K and Miss J Hamilton and S Osmond. A 4-year-old chestnut mare by El Kawaneeg out of Gypsy Waltz, trained by Derek Fisher at Canberra, Matt Bravado. Put the riding on the wall with a good 4th here at Goulburn at the last meeting. Finished 4th in a field of 12 in a Class 1 race over 1,600 metres. But that was a good ride by Matt Bravado, and Zoema was starting to draw right away again on the line. So the numbers should read 11, 7 and 5. And we have the totes now for those who need them. The winner was 11, Zoema, Matt Bravado, $21.60 and $7.20. 7, Shambhala, Terry Jones, $3.40. No dividend for number 5, Portsy, Ron McDougall. 11, 7, 5, $21.60, $7.20 for 11, $3.40 for 7. No dividend for number 5, Quinella, $50.60, $50.60 Quinella. The exacta, $233.60, $233.60. And the trifecta, $448.80. So Quinella, $50.60, exacta, $233.60, and the trifecta, $448.80. Now the 4th place getter number 1, Miss Classique, and 6 was 5th in the race, Beragora Boy. Now the winner scored by 2.5 lengths, a short head 2nd and 3rd, 2.5 by a short head. The time 1:27.25, 1:27.25. I'll send weight down the line after race 2 at Goulburn.
Fair enough. Good on you. Thank you, Tony. 11, 7 and $7.90. Curly's Gal 8.10. Fast Piazza 15. For Yella's Sake 18. Little bit of luck at $14. And then we have 28 for Zadar in race number 3, Goulburn.
Leaders ahead of them. And away they go. Oh, Dylan stood in the stalls, missed it by about 2 or 3. The favourites back last. And getting out very well was Zadar. Potajan is in that group, followed then by Curly's Gal. A good race for the lead. Little bit of luck is up there also. Then Fast Piazza. River Wild is getting back in the field, followed by For Yella's Sake. And about 6 then. Dylan is last of all as they leave the back and race down the side. 700 out. A good turn of speed on. Potajan as the leader. A half a length, little bit of luck, followed by Curly's Gal going up 3 wide. In behind those, Zadar moving up on the outside of Fast Piazza, getting a run between horses there. River Wild is well back as the field, followed then by For Yella's Sake, and Dylan is last. At the top of the straight, 400 to go, and Curly's Gal raced up on the outside of Potter's Yarn, running on fairly well. Zadar, now Dylan is coming right down the outside with a bit of a run. Further back behind those, For Yella's Sake, but Potter's Yarn battling it out still now with Curly's Gal and Dylan the widest runner. It's Potter's Yarn in front, getting through River Wild, and now Dylan is flying. Dylan, a good effort. Dylan has got up to beat Potter's Yarn. River Wild 3rd, For Yella's Sake 4th. In behind those, Curly's Gal, Fast Piazza. A break in the field, then came a little bit of luck, and Zadar last. Well, that was a pretty tidy effort. Dylan, it's missed the jump by a big space. And well ridden by Jason Lee. He didn't panic. The young boy didn't panic. He took his time and Dillon made ground steadily, and that was a most impressive win. First start since the 5th of March. And Dillon is a 3-year-old brown colt by Rubiton out of Island Surf, trained by John Hawkes and ridden by Jason Lee. And I must say, ridden very, very well, despite the fact that Dillon balked when the gates opened, but the little boy didn't panic. He gave Dillon plenty of time, switched out wide in the straight and grabbed them. Potter's Yarn will get second. Potter's Yarn number 2, a 3-year-old bay gelding by Potter McQueen out of New Mondo, trained by Ross Simpson at Cobbity, Terry Jones. And we'll have the other details in a moment, but Dillon has now had 8 starts, 2 wins, 1 second and 2/3, beautifully bred by Rubiton out of Island Surf, and as I said, Jason Lee, the young boy, as things turned out, rode the colt very, very well indeed. Finished. Now, Good Call goes up. Now, Good Call goes in. Trawler goes up, waiting on Simon the Pieman. Race 4, the Main Lodge and Mungareri Studs Maiden Handicap here at Goulburn. Race 4 on Stud Stakes Day. All races today sponsored by the leading studs throughout the local area here in the southeastern part of New South Wales. They're just waiting on Simon the Pieman. It's being led around behind the stalls. All the other runners are standing up well. Previous race today, won in good style by Dillon, ridden by Jason Lee, trained by John Hawkes for the Woodland Stud. Potter's Yarn, Terry Jones second, and River Wild, Mark Wickens finished 3rd. Now, the line is just about set. Simon the Pieman goes up. Race 4, 4 of 9. Pursuits and Crafty from the John Hawkes stables, standing well. Starter goes up. Racing, that was a good level start. Simon the Pieman got away well. Please Follow Me is showing a bit of speed, and Movil Warren driven hard down towards the inside. La River Dance is running second, followed by Crafty. Going up on the outside was Simon the Pieman. Pursuits drifting back in the field. Back to second last was Good Call, and Trawlers hopelessly tailed off. On settling down as they race down the side, 700 out, and the leader was Movil Warren. Doing it well, about 2 in front of La River Dance. A similar margin behind those Crafty. Down towards the inside, Please Follow Me, a length and a quarter behind those Simon the Pieman. Getting well back in the field, then Good Call, followed by Pursuits, dropping out to second last. And last of all is Trawler as they race up towards the turn, as they swing for home in race 4, and Movil Warren down towards the inside is almost joined now by La River Dance. Switched out, running on was Crafty. In behind those Please Follow Me, followed further back in the field Simon the Pieman, then Trawler, and the next one was Pursuits as they race down to the 200. Crafty's raced up very quickly and hit the lead. La River Dance is battling on down towards the inside, followed further back in the field Movil Warren as they race in with about 150 to go. Crafty is the leader and draws clear on the line. Crafty draws away to win it well. Now La River Dance second, I think Movil Warren third, just in front of Pursuits, followed then by Please Follow Me out wide on the track there. Trawler followed by Simon the Pieman, and Good Call, one of the last across the line. The favourites home, Crafty, number 4, ridden by John Powell. Crafty in the all cerise colours, and on the tote, $2.40 and $1.50. Crafty raced by the Woodland Stud. Manages Jack and Bob Ingham, a 2-year-old chestnut gelding by Kenny Ladd out of Cashinda, trained by John Hawkes. John Powell was the rider. La River Dance battled on very well. It's trained at Canterbury by Brian Hazel, Ron McDougall, a 3-year-old brown gelding. Revocious out of Thoroughly Modern. And third, I think number 3 held on. Movil Warren down towards the inside, trained by Graham Brown, Warwick Farm, Brian Wood, although the one on the outside made up good ground. Pursuits ran on very well, and out very wide on the track was Simon the Pieman. But it does appear maybe Movil Warren, but the judge may call for the photo between Movil Warren and Pursuits, and out wide Simon the Pieman. Movil Warren is, as I said, trained by Graham Brown at Warwick Farm, a 3-year-old chestnut gelding by Warren Hill out of Riscadollar. But all credit to the winner, Crafty. This gelding by Kenny Ladd, having his first start in a race today, trained by John Hawkes, and La River Dance battled on very well, trained by Brian Hazel at Canterbury and Ron McDougall. Now, the official numbers about to come to hand. After the running of race 4, it was the Main Lodge and Mungareri Studs Maiden Handicap. I'll have more details. 483 as they cross the line. 483. Are they official, Judge?
Yeah.
Yeah, 483 official. Now, the winner scored by 3/4 of a length, 2 1/4 second and third. 483 official, 3/4 by 2 1/4, 105.78 the time. Back with the totes in just a moment.
Well done, thanks Tony.
And Jock Rudd, all the best from everybody here at the Goulburn Races. Now Indebted goes up. Now, they've moved in. The Rythe stands well. Line is set now. Chimes Bell. They're racing. Now, Guardsman went back to the tail of the field when they hit the ground, and the Rythe landed out in front. For Old Times Prominent, so too is Rosie's Quest. Fenian getting up along the inside. Up on the outside, Overdraft. Back behind those, Diamond Eyes, followed then by Indebted. Getting well back in the field was Chimes Bell as they settle down. And now Guardsman is dropping out to last. As they race towards that first turn, they've got about 1,300 to go. And as they race down the back of the track now, Rosie's Quest is the leader. For Old Times second on the outside. The Rythe is third on the rails, going well. Two behind those, Diamond Ice, then Fenian, followed then by Overdraft. Indebted's next, followed by Chimes Bell. Down towards the inside, Guardsman and Roll Top is relegated to the tail of the field. In the back stretch, 900 to go, and Rosie's Quest leads about a length and a half. In second place for Old Times, the Rythe is going well on the inside, saving every inch of ground. A break of about 4 behind those, Fenian. Diamond Ice on the outside. A length and a half behind those in the field. Then Indebted, followed by, on the outside, Overdraft. Getting back in the field, Chimes Bell, followed by Guardsman, and Roll Top is having trouble keeping up inside the 600 as they race up towards the turn. And it's Rosie's Quest, the leader. The Rythe in the centre's moving up, and up on the outside of those for Old Times is still there. Back behind those, Fenian being ridden with the whip, followed further back then Indebted down towards the inside. And the next one was Diamond Ice and Chimes Bell in the straight with about 300 to go, and the Rythe has raced to the lead. Down towards the 200, the Rythe has kicked away, although Chimes Bell is coming down the outside late. In behind those, Roll Top has made up good ground, but with about 150 to go, it's the Rythe, the leader. Roll Top is trying hard, followed by Chimes Bell, but there's no danger to the Rythe, and the Rythe races away. A winning treble to the Hawks and the Woodland Stud. The Rythe is first. Now, close for the Miners, we had up there Chimes Bell and Roll Top. In behind those Guardsmen. Further back in the field then came Fenian. A break behind those Rosie's Quest, followed then by Indebted for Old Times, and Overdraft, one of the last across the line. The Rythe is the winner. The Rythe, ridden by John Powell. And as I said, a winning treble to the Woodland Stud and John Hawks. The Rythe, a 3-year-old bay filly by Twig Moss out of Cashalton, has now had 8 starts. First win, of course, today in 2/3. It raced away in the straight. Battling on was Chimes Bell, but the winner bolted away over the last 100 metres, and the winner to return $1.60 and $1.10. $1.60 and $1.10 for the Rythe. Now, it looks as though Chimes Bell will get second, number 7, ahead of number 13. A good run, Roll Top. It made up good ground. It was a long way back last, coming towards the turn. So number 2, the Rythe, first. Second, number 7, Chimes Bell, trained at Warwick Farm by Gary Patelli, Ron McDougall. And number 13, Roll Top, is trained at Harden by David Middleton. A 4-year-old chestnut mare by Jan Murray out of Star Turn, and the rider was Grant McCarthy. It was always beautifully positioned, the Rythe. A good ride by Johnny Powell. Had it sitting in 3rd place on the rails, and it raced away once it saw daylight on the straight, and it's won by a very big space indeed. 2-7-13. We'll have more from Goulburn in a moment.
Passmaster standing up well. They're off and running, and it was a good start too, and Ben Baranight, one of the first to show it in company with Passmaster. Italian Affair got out pretty well, and so did Phantom Eagle, going fast from the outside, Scottish Rebel. In behind them then Frenzy Dancer, followed by the Red Man. Over on the outside of Prince Humble, being followed by Principal Act, and Tibetan Warrior has tailed out to last. Going down the far side of the track with about 1,300 metres left to go, and Italian Affair going fast on the outside has taken the lead, half a length in advance here of Phantom Eagle. Close up on the inside, Ben Baranight, a length and a half to Passmaster on the inside of Scottish Rebel. Close in behind them, Frenzy Dancer, followed by Prince Humble. A bit further back is the Red Man. A length and a half further back, Principal Act, and last of all, Tibetan Warrior. About 8 lengths covering the field as they run down with 900 metres left to travel. Italian Affair by a half length in advance of Phantom Eagle. Scottish Rebel is third. Just in behind them, Ben Baranight on the inside of Passmaster. A length further back is Frenzy Dancer. Then came the Red Man, being followed by Prince Humble. Principal Act second last, and Tibetan Warrior last of all. That's the order racing down with 700 metres left to travel, and Scottish Rebel had moved up on the outside to take the leader. A length clear of Italian Affair, getting a nice run over on the inside of Phantom Eagle. Pulled to the outside, making up ground quickly there. Frenzy Dancer followed closely in the field by Passmaster going forward. And then came Ben Baranight, followed by the Red Man. A good long gap to Prince Humble, dropping out of it, being passed by Tibetan Warrior and Principal Act. On the home turn they travel. Anybody's race. Passmaster wide on the track has gone up to tackle Italian Affair. Phantom Eagle is there in the centre, and down the outside is Frenzy Dancer, and on the inside inside. Ben Baronight is coming home well. Passmaster on the outside has taken the lead from Italian Affair, who's fighting back. In third place, Frenzy Dancer running on well, and Phantom Eagle back behind them. Passmaster just in front. Frenzy Dancer storming down the outside. Too late. Passmaster's won it from Frenzy Dancer and Italian Affair in the photo for second and third. Close in behind them was Tibetan Warrior, which ran on well, followed by Ben Baronight and Phantom Eagle. And they were followed next home then by the Red Man, Principal Act, followed by Prince Humble, and last to finish Scottish Rebel. Passmaster in a good finish in the big one of the day here at $4.10 and $1.50. On Super Tab, number 4, Passmaster. We'll get the verdict. There it is, the number in the frame. It's Passmaster. Written by Gary Skinner. Raced by D. Borg, J. Fatini, A. Borg and A. Flynn. A 5-year-old brown gelding by Family Ties. Out of Gummum Rose, trained at the track here by Lenz Ureb. And a good performance to win, holding off challenges which came from Frenzy Dancer, more so Frenzy Dancer, Italian Affair getting a bit weary on the line. And the numbers, a 4 and a photo. Looks like Frenzy Dancer might get up to snatch second, just ahead of Italian Affair. The winner, number 4, Passmaster, pays $4.10 and $1.50. And number 10 is second, Frenzy Dancer, written by Jason Oliver, pays $2.20. Number 6 has run third, Italian Affair, written by Brian Werner, at $1.60. The time, 142.2. So there you have them. Passmaster, $4.10 and $1.50. In a very good finish to the big one of the day here at Moe. Frenzy Dancer second, Italian Affair third, and just before leaving you, just browsing through the brochure put out. There's a magnificent brochure too by the Darwin Turf Club on their big Cup Carnival coming up. Commencing on
number 13, entry is at 10, 27 for Tangalooma Gold. And then we have the other one there, which is showing 360 traction and Walpole at $9 for A6 at Goulburn. Now the selection is Franco's gift for Glenn Dudley.
Favourite. Rio Amber, Mr. Ewing. Starter goes up. Stand by. Starter holding them. Gates open, racing in the Cup, a good level start. Perfect Rapture out wide is ridden for the lead, followed by Warpole down towards the inside. Traction is prominent, driving through there is Count Sikri, Mr. Ewing not far away, Tangalooma Gold is wide. Then Rio Amber back behind those in Tyrus and Boot It at the tail of the field. On settling down inside the 800, racing down the Hume Highway side, and out 3 wide, Perfect Rapture taken on by Traction in the centre, Warpole's down towards the inside. Not too far away, Mr. Ewing, behind that group of horses there, Count Sikri. A length or so, Tangalooma Gold, followed further back to Rio Amber. In Tyrus is second last and Booted at the tail of the field. Racing up towards the turn, Traction down towards the inside, shares the lead now with Perfect Rapture. In behind those, Warpole, followed further back in the field. Count Sikri switched out running on. Back behind those, Rio Amber, followed by Booted. And the next one behind those in Tyrus, followed by Tangalooma Gold. Down towards the 200, Traction is taken on now by Perfect Rapture. On the outside, Count Sikri's trying hard, followed by Warpole. In the centre, Perfect Rapture battling it out with Traction. Count Sikri can't go on. Perfect Rapture just in front, and Perfect Rapture too good. Perfect Rapture has beaten Traction. Count Sikri third. Then Tangalooma Gold. Rio Amber's next, followed further back in the field. Booted, Warpole and Tyrus. And Mr. Ewing was last across the line. Perfect Rapture. A very impressive effort. Backed up. Stand by for the result. Traction tried hard, it battled on. Perfect Rapture, who was backing up from Queanbeyan on Saturday. Count Sikri was prominent enough, if good enough, but couldn't run on in the straight. And it was left to Perfect Rapture, ridden by Rolly Saxton, putting the head in front of Traction close to the line. And number 1, Perfect Rapture on the tote, 7.10 and 2.20, beating Traction, $1.40 for the place, and Count Sikri, it was showing $1.60. The winner, Perfect Rapture, as I said prior to the race, finished third in a field of 5 at Queanbeyan on Saturday on a heavy track, over 1,000 metres, beaten a short head of nose, but was well ridden by Rolly Saxton today, trained by Brian Callaghan at Queanbeyan. Perfect Rapture is raced by Mrs. M.A. Callaghan and Miss J.R. Baker. A 6-year-old brown gelding by Zoffany out of Perfect Bliss has now had 41 starts, 10 wins, 4 seconds and 7 thirds. 11 will get second, Traction, trained by John Hawkes for the Woodland Stud, a 3-year-old chestnut gelding by Kenny Ladd out of Casualty. And number 2, Count Sikri, a 5-year-old bay gelding by County out of Sikri Style, trained by Ken Callaghan and Kevin English. The numbers should read 111-2. We'll have more from Goulburn in a moment.
OK, well now Molokai, Pokey's Pet 950, 460 Quiet Nook, 580 for Exclusive Peter. Line pack at 13, 21 Royal Eruption for race 7 at Goulburn. Moving in quite well there. Now Gold Coast.
The cup taken out by Perfect Rapture. Gates open, they're racing a good level start. Now Dangerous Boy is showing speed. Spirit of the Rose closer down towards the inside. In behind those, Slimwood, our Molokai is gaining ground. Followed further back then came Quiet Nook, Royal Eruption slipping up along the inside. Back behind those in the field as they sort themselves out. Pokey's Pet, Line Pack is not far away. Getting back was Exclusive Peter, followed by Flaming Red and Miss Mayer's last of all. As they settle down the big field, races down the Hume Highway side. Dangerous Boy is joined by our Molokai. Lord Governor moves to third, followed off the track there by Slimwood, and Quiet Nook in that group of horses. They're tightly bunched. In behind the leaders there, Royal Eruption as they race down the side, followed by Line Pack, Spirit of the Rose. Flaming Red is taking off. Pokey's Pet as well back, followed by Exclusive Peter, and Miss May will be last into the straight as they swing around the home turn. It's our Molokai down towards the rails. 2 out, Dangerous Boy going wide. Quiet Nook, Line Pack is pushed wide. In behind those, Slimwood, followed then by Spirit of the Rose, Exclusive Peter. Back behind those, Lord Governor, further back in the field. Flaming Red there spread across the track. At the 200 though, it's our Molokai taken on in the centre now by Royal Eruption. Down the outside, Quiet Nook is coming quickly. Out wide, Quiet Nook raced up to Royal Eruption, and Quiet Nook races away near the line. Quiet Nook first, Royal Eruption second. Out wide, Line Pack third, followed then by Spirit of the Rose. In behind those, Dangerous Boy, our Molokai. The next one to pull up was Exclusive Peter. Out wide, Line Pack in the race, followed then by Slimwood pulling up quickly. Then Miss May, Pokey's Pet, Flaming Red, and Lord Governor pulled up very, very quickly after crossing the line. Quiet Nook is the winner, ridden by Kevin Sweeney. A good run here last start, put the riding on the wall, but switched out very wide today and overpowered them. One of the widest runners, Quiet Nook. It was out very wide on the track. Our Molokai was closer down towards the inside. Royal Eruption burst through on the centre, and if you're watching the replay, they're spread right across the track, but it was Quiet Nook and Kevin Sweeney taking out the race number 4. 11 will get second, Royal Eruption, Rolly Saxton, and I thought number 7, Line Pack, who was very wide on the track, will get third, although the judge may call for the photo for second here. To the naked eye, it looked as though Royal Eruption, but I'm a bit concerned about Line Pack, who's very, very wide on the track. But there's no doubt about the winner, Quiet Nook, a 4-year-old chestnut mare by Dior out of Spirit of Play, trained by Libby Maxwell at Braidwood, raced by Libby Maxwell and P.H. Nolan, ridden by Kevin Sweeney. Just looking at this freeze frame here, to the naked eye, it did appear as though Royal Eruption, but when they're very wide, as is Line Pack, it could go either way. Now,
Okay, Quiet Nook, 441.80.
Now the starter goes up. Gates open. Now, slowly away, Twin went back to the tail of the field when they hit the ground. Royal Ogden didn't jump all that well. And Sequent Squirrel went to the lead, taken on by Give Love on the outside. Stonewash Look as prominent, so too as Jenny Mac, then our Marilyn New Bar. In behind those, Bowl Sunset, Sparks Will Fly on the rails. A break behind those, Pearly Sea, followed by Lady Mariner. Getting back in the field, Royal Ogden, followed by Bushy Tailed and Twinners last of all. A fair turn of speed on, racing down the side, 600 out. Give Love is the leader. 2 in front of Stonewash Look, followed by Secret Squirrel down towards the inside third. In behind those, Royal Ogden, Jenny Mac and Sparks Will Fly. A long break then our Maryland, followed further back in the field as they race towards the turn. Bowl Sunset, and a long break then Lady Mariner, followed by Bushy Tailed and Twin as well back in the straight with about 350 to go. Stonewash Look raced up on the outside of Give Love. New Bar is running on, and Sparks Will Fly down the outside is putting in a run, and further back behind those, Pearly Sea, the widest runner. It's Stonewash Look taken on by Sparks Will Fly. Stonewash Look is the leader, holding the lead near the line, and Stonewash Look is too good, has beaten Sparks Will Fly. Now Jenny Mac is third. Out wide on the track there came Pearly Sea, followed by New Bar, our Maryland, Sequent Squirrel, Bushy Tailed. Bold Sunset, back behind those then came Give Love, followed by Twin, Lady Mariner and Royal Ogden, one of the last to cross the line. Stonewash Look is the winner, and Stonewash Look ridden by Johnny Scorse. Number 10, Stonewash Look, trained by Gail Lodge at Yass. A 2-year-old bay filly by Bo Denham out of Little Bit Rocky, raced by H.H. Barber and Mrs. G.S. Lodge. Gail Lodge, the trainer, and it's held on to win the race. Sparks Will Fly tried hard on the outside, and it looks as though Jenny Mac, number 15, will get third. So the numbers should read 10, 14 and 15. The winner, number 10, as I said, having its second start today, Stonewash Look, well named by Bo Denham out of Little Bit Rocky. and having its second start, or her second start, a 2-year-old bay filly. 10, 14, 15. 14 Sparks Will Fly, trained at Queanbeyan by Amanda Langlam at Bravado, and 15 Jenny Mac third, trained at Moss Vale by Paddy Holacek and the rider Therese Capes. 10, 14, 15, more from Goulburn in just a moment.
Thanks, Tono. Next.
Denaldi rearing. Chapella Dean goes in between Nonda Pride and Denaldi. Arrowwood, the inside runner. The light is on. Starter about to release the field. They're under starter's orders now for the last. The grey is My Nizam. Stand by for a start. Race 9, Goulburn. No, My Nizam is a little fidgety in the stalls. Away they go on the last. Arrowwood and Desert Flash got away well, and the grey